MusicTexas.com, y'all. That's where you're at.
In order to help the industry function, the city likes to have this group which acts as a liaison between the music community and industry and the city council and the city staff. Because there are certain areas where these different functions can come together for the benefit of the community. And that is the primary function of the Music Commission.
But if I were to imagine who they are and what they did, I see them in a really bad large hotel room with long tables, those pleated skirts on them, bad chairs, and coming up with ways to really throw a huge wrench into the music community. I could be wrong. Again, I know nothing about the Austin Music Commission. There's just something about the word commission that bothers me.
I know a lot of our commissioners are on time constraints. I know, Natalie, you have to go. Did you want to break at this point and say? I have something to say, yeah. Okay, all right, I trust everybody's going to be able to hear me without a problem, okay? My name is Natalie Zoe, and I am the Vice Chair of the Music Commission, and I'm also the senior member of the Music Commission. I've been serving the city for over 6.5 years in this position. It is a non-paid position, it's a volunteer position, and it's a thankless position. But we do it anyway, and I'd like to thank everyone from the Telecommunications Commission for your patience and attention, and everyone from our commission as well. And I appreciate that all you citizens have concerns and are willing to come and participate in your process. However, I think there is some confusion about who we are and what our process is here, and I would like to clarify that a little bit. We are the Music Commission, and our agenda is strictly to promote and preserve Austin music and to do what's best for our music community, whether it is musicians, producers, or whatever infrastructure of the music community is involved, okay?
And that's the whole shimmy of it, in lack of a better word. They did this for the people and for the musicians and for everything, but yet they were taken advantage of and not given enough support.
So what is it? Are you lost or are you found?
It's almost a family thing, you know, it really is, because it's, you know, they take care of everyone, the musicians, the fans, the people that set it up, and everything.
It's a shame.
We have absolutely nothing to do with your free speech concerns. Your concerns...
Hey, dude, that's not true.
Mr. Jones, I listen politely. Now you need to listen politely and give me the same consideration.
Disinfo.
No, you have been giving misinformation, Mr. Jones.
We got the documents.
All right, we are the Music Commission, and you all need to be taking your concerns to the ACTV board and to City Council. There is nothing that
They're going to certify it.
Jones.
Mrs. Evil.
Oh yeah, I'm just evil, honey. I am a professional musician.
Certify the plan tonight.
Hey, you know what? I happen to support the AMP plan. It's an awesome plan.
Great.
The city of Austin. It has nothing to do with it. No, it doesn't. No, it has nothing to do with it. Okay?
We're going to present the documents.
The Austin Music Network was created in the first place as an economic development tool to promote tourism in the city of Austin. The Austin Music Project is going to provide the same opportunity for us to increase our tourism, which also brings in money from tourists, which goes to the bed tax, which is what ACTV gets its money from. Okay, folks? All right. We have
opening the door for the control.
No. This has been, the Austin Music Network has not been a public station supported by
television.
It's not been Austin Music Network.
That's their agenda.
We don't need a discussion back and forth right now.
Well, Chairman, can you tell them it's about Access TV and the
Please let everyone speak without challenging them so that we can process the time.
Does the commission
Sir,
does the commission
you had your chance to talk. No, I want my chance to talk.
That's the law.
You know what?
Yeah.
I've had it. I'm leaving. I have I want to thank Connie and all the commissioners for their patience.
The one with the 100,000. Thank you.
Honestly, you don't represent America when America's about.
I represent Austin musicians.
Oh, wow.
I went to one meeting concerning making loans, business loans easier for musicians and people in the industry. And the bureaucracy of the meeting was so droll.
Who have been paid off?
People are crazy.
And incredibly boring that I understand why it's difficult.
May I have the floor again, please? May I?
It was a very non-productive 3 hours.
What do you think, Coco? Whenever I play, I always watch her ears to see what she's thinking. We've got some right ear movement. Government and music does not go together. I don't think should be a connection. There doesn't need to be. The people will go to see the music if they like the band. She's looking the other way now. Subsidies? Well, sure, I'd like them. You want to give me a few $100,000? I'll play.
Everyone wants to hear.
And we apologize that we don't
Maybe you need to schedule musicians where they can hear. Is it a public meeting? It's not a public meeting if you can't hear. Musicians are
Where's the microphones if you care about
Look, I'm sorry things got like this, but she said it's not about Access TV.
When we have our new city hall, this won't be an issue. Everyone will have microphones.
Okay, great.
The next question.
And it's a thankless position.
After I got elected to the City Council in 1987, I formed the Austin Music Commission,
which was a group of music professionals, musicians, and got together every month and talked about how city government can help the local music scene. And one of the first things they did, and Nancy Copland was the first chair of the Austin Music Commission, one of the first things they did was recommend that we adopt the slogan, Austin, live music capital of the United States, live music capital of America. And she brought that recommendation to my office, and I said, well, gee, we're Texas. Let's not be shy, let's not be modest. How about Austin, the live music capital of the universe? And so we compromised on Austin, the live music capital of the world. And that's how we got that slogan. That must have been in the late 80s when we did that. And I put that on the city council agenda, and it was adopted by the whole council. It was the official city slogan. It was on our stationery. It was on our letterhead. And we've been the live music capital of the world ever since. Nobody's ever sued us about that.
Somewhere about 1994 and to 93, I heard about the Austin Music Network, which was being discussed and formed at the time, and people were wondering, should we have this network? What can it do? And they decided to put it on the air. And I'd heard about all the controversy. They destroyed the first manager before he even got it on the air. He was, I forget what he was charged with, misuse of funds or some horrible thing. But then the second manager came in, and I called him and I said, hey, you guys aren't on the air yet. I said, but I'm a media consultant, and I said, I always do, and I always do community projects. And I said, I have to do something to give back to the community.
Tell him to say hi to God.
Okay.
The way the Music Network really got on the air was after several false starts. When Luther Carpenter lost the contract for the Austin Music Channel, there was a budget left, so I was afraid the whole thing was over. I was the administrator for the city of the contract for the Austin Music Network, and it wasn't happening, and so the city settled with the prior contractor. So I went to Betty Dunkerley and said, isn't there any way that I could use the extra money that's already budgeted and give a chance and see if this thing will work under the city? So she said, go ahead, but you have to have it on by Southwest. Well, that conversation was in January, so I was given what turned out to be 45 days after I hired 4 people, to get the channel on the air. So basically, Tim Hamlin, Kit Benjamin, Ingrid Wagon, and I had 45 days to pull this together.
so lucky. We have our own music video channel. For God's sakes. You know, you'll get a ticket if you put a flyer on a telephone pole, but you want to get your band known, make a video. And they'll play it. And it doesn't matter if it's a $5 video or a $500,000 video, you will get play on AMN, and that is so beautiful, and that does not happen everywhere else.
Mr. Dennis Smith, play it for me.
This little bitty album out called The Answers, and KLBJ was the first radio station to ever play us, you know, in our history, you know. So I got to show so much love to KLBJ and everybody there.
Along came Eddie Wilson and Woody Roberts, who said, well, we're going to have an Armadillo reunion, and if we could videotape that, you know, and then it was going to be 3 days, and Lewis Myers, ironically, was the producer, booked all the shows, so you can kind of see how all the history started coming together. So Eddie went out and sold Breyer's Ice Cream to foot the bill to have 3 days of an Armadillo reunion. So 2 nights were at the old Coliseum, was now torn down. The third day was an all-day concert on Sunday, free from Auditorium Shores. And we had all these people lined up. Woody decided he wanted on satellite, so we got a satellite downlink, brought it into the Shores. So we had an audio truck, a video truck, a satellite uplink, all sitting down at Auditorium Shores in August of '94, and we do this 3-day event with all these great people, and that was, I think, what proved AMN, and then got a vote from the city council to fund it the next year as a regular project.
Within a few months of the network signing on, we had a very ambitious project where we went off of Auditorium Shores live on a Galaxy 1 satellite off a transponder that we had leased for 12 hours non-stop, the whole event, to North America and as far out as Puerto Rico and Hawaii. Down into Mexico, up to Alaska, and it was a great, wonderful success. And then I went back to the network, and I said to Ronnie, got an idea. Why don't we do a live series? No one's ever done a live music series. You got to remember, Austin City Limits is not live. It's a recorded program done in a studio. I said, I've talked to the folks at Threadgills, and they're willing to put up the money to pay a great portion of the production cost, and they're going to put up a large, even double that money, to buy commercials on cable to promote the show. And we've got a charity, the Kenneth Threadgill Music Project, that was formed to take care of surplus money from the Armadillo World Headquarters homecoming to be the recipient of the publicity. Let's go. Ronnie said great, the city said great, off we go.
We're out with ACTV equipment. We had none of our own. So we had to go check. This was 1994. So I'm describing between May 15th of 94, because we had till October. That was the budget year of the city to prove ourselves. So we had to have a vote by the city council to keep this thing going in October. So through that summer, we're shooting like crazy, editing, getting it on the air. If you remember, we only had 6 hours a night on CMT, so we couldn't go on the air till 10 o'clock at night. We were tightly canned because we had to edit these shows up, and I turned the edit system in the night into the playback center. But the trouble then is you couldn't be editing at night to make the next shows, because we had one little set of equipment. All of our production equipment to go shoot shows had to be checked out from ACTV. So we had to get in line with the other producers. The whole channel was treated like a producer.
Oh, the Austin Music Network. I've got to give props to the Austin Music Network, because those guys work tirelessly on a very tight budget, and they're like me. They're in it for the love of the music, and they do give local bands a lot of exposure and the chance to play. And they're just so, their enthusiasm is really contagious. I love those guys.
let's just have a big blowout. You think so? You guys ready to just blow it all out tonight?
The thing that I love the most about the Austin music scene is the fact that it's a community and that musicians play in lots of different bands and music fans will go see lots of different types of music, and that musicians will go out and support other bands that they're not in. It's a wonderful artistic family, and we learn from each other and we take care of each other in hard times. That's all. I think that's what we're all looking for.
Favorite son, he's just trying to have his fun. A schoolboy with a gun, big thief in the white.
Yeah.
All right, I would ask you to give me the same courtesy that I have given all your speakers.
Did you sign up for citizens communication?
Connie.
And I don't want to hear from my slave master.
You know, hey!
May I have your attention, please?
We will insist on respect.
MusicTexas.com